Welcome back to the number one podcast in the world. It's your boy XG, and this is XG Marks the Spot, baby. I got the number one graphic designer / producer, Chili Millie. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, guys. This podcast is brought to you by the number one sunglasses in the world, Oakley's, baby. That's right, baby. All you got to do is go use promo code XG at your local mall / distributor. And I got a bone to pick with you, Oakleys. Why are you giving these people 25% off? What does that mean? July Black? Do you got to be black? Do you got to be black? And if you're not black, just go use promo code XG at your local mall distributor. Thank you, Oakleys. And I also want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody who already left a comment, who watched the EDC vlog. Rob got down. Y'all letting him know. I watched it twice. Chili, how many times have you watched it?
I watched it a few times.
That's enough.
I've watched it a few.
No, it's a good time. I just want to thank everybody. It was a good time. Everybody's been hitting me up, thanking me, telling me it's the best EDC vlog they've seen, and I agree. It's hot. It's dope. Go hit that like button. Subscribe. I just want to thank Rob again. He really got down. He gets down on all these. If you're looking for any editing work like that, I'm going to leave his @ right there. So go hit that full up. Go leave a comment and subscribe. And I'm going to cut the chase, dude. I'm not going to talk about my weekend. I'm not going to talk about 4th of July because this is Conspiracy Christmas, baby. Conspiracy Christmas, baby. Diddy got out. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. There's no list. So I'm going to cut straight to the chase. And let's go. XG Files, baby. And we're back. Welcome back to the XG Files, now brought to you by Univision. This is the Mexican cast. Yeah. We're going deep down the rabbit hole today. It's Conspiracy Christmas. Conspiracy Christmas. I can't believe it. Diddy got out. He OJ'd that shit. I called it, guys. If you guys been watching, I said Diddy was going to OJ that. Well, I was telling you, I think we might see another OJ. We're going to call it the OJ. Oh, he just OJ'd that. Mistrial. Bill Cosby did it. Bill Cosby did it. Yeah. Bill Cosby's out right now. He OJ'd that. He did. We don't really know his fully sentence, but he ain't doing life. And that's all that's important.
He might only do a year.
Exactly. Well, Max has said 10 years. I guess the trial ends in October, so we have to wait till October, which is crazy. They're not giving him bail.
Yeah.
That's wild. But, like I said, it's Conspiracy Christmas and Jeffrey Epstein. We all know who Jeffrey Epstein is. An American financier and sex offender was just told that he is not a sex offender.
Well, I think he's more than a sex offender.
Well, I mean, he's a. He was supposed to be a sex, and he's not. Now, according to Donald Trump and the government, he never transferred or to anybody.
Yeah.
He didn't kill himself.
He did kill himself.
He did kill himself, but they're telling us he didn't. They gave us a stupid video where there's time missing. There's a whole hour missing because
there's a minute missing.
No, but there's a minute. According to them, it's a minute that they skip for every day. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. So they're saying that, I didn't know that every day, according to them, they lose a minute.
Then how come I have a video of it? But how come they only show that 1 minute? They only show that same minute.
I don't know. But if you look into it, it's not even the right door that's the entrance or the exit. Door. It's the back door. They're being sketchy, dude.
I mean, we should explain it.
And I don't even know if it's a demoralization. What's that word Sam always says? Demoralization, whatever that. But they just want us to think we're fucking. Like, watch, if you play any of these videos, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, Dave Smith, they're all pretty upset, and they all supported Trump.
Yeah.
They're not too stoked right now.
No, they all seem upset. Look, I have the video of, let me see if it'll play it, but it's the video of the...
See, but, like, what does it matter? It's not even that's, like, the back door.
It just shows the minute.
Yeah, but it's the back door, right? Or the front door. But the point is, there's more than one entrance into that jail cell.
That's not even, I don't think that's a jail cell right there. I think that's something else. His jail cell is supposed to be in the back. It's supposed to be like in the door all the way in the back, and then you see people walking around there, but everyone's just focusing on that front door.
That's what they're giving us.
That's what I saw. I don't know.
And that's what they're giving us.
Yeah.
I mean, who are we going to argue with?
Yeah.
That's the problem is, like, who do you argue with? Like, they're all liars. What's her name? That blonde?
Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi, she's a liar.
You want to hear her?
Yeah, play that.
So what happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk? Well, I think if you go back and look at what the Attorney General said in that interview, which was on your network on Fox News. Go ahead.
John Roberts said, DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen? And she said, it's sitting on my desk right now to review.
Yes, she was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. That's what the Attorney General was referring to, and I'll let her speak for that. But again, when it comes to the FBI and the Department of Justice, they are more than committed to ensuring that bad people are put behind bars. They have an operation going on right now called Summer Heat, which has our murder rate trending in the lowest direction in United States history. Their emphasis on violent crime and locking up violent criminals has led to the arrest of 14,000 violent criminals. That's a 62% increase from the same time period last year. So this Attorney General and the FBI Director are committed to putting bad people behind bars where they belong. They promised an exhaustive review. That's what they did. For any further details, I would refer you to the Department of Justice.
How cute. How cute. Their answer to where's the list is we got other people.
Pretty much they're saying, like, we have other
Yeah, the crime rate's low. Don't worry about it. No, get the main. See, this is what Sam was talking about, and I've been talking about. You know those shows? You know those shows where they catch those pedos?
Yeah.
Who are they? It's always broke ass losers that live at their mom's house that have nothing, but then it makes us feel good. Like, oh look, they're getting caught.
But
They're getting caught.
happens to them when
They're
get
low
caught.
level. They're low level. Why don't we catch the real ones?
Yeah.
Like the rich ones, the elite ones. Those are the ones that are the important ones that are literally moving them from island to island.
Well, they're pretty much saying that he's not sexual, which doesn't make it any better. But it's like
no, and then everyone forgets Ghislaine's in jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Did she get out now? Then? Is she innocent?
Huh?
Is she innocent?
She should be now, obviously.
Look, then couldn't she sue? Because that means she's falsely, right? Isn't that like?
I mean, that's exactly what. Yeah, if Jeffrey is not a sex and he didn't commit none of those crimes, then why is she in jail?
Yeah. But that's false. What is that called when you're in prison for
false imprisonment?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm guessing. I don't know.
I was gonna say that too, but I didn't think that was right.
False imprisonment. Yeah, I should know that. My sister's a criminal lawyer. Literally a criminal lawyer. She's literally it's one of those. But I mean, can you play that Kash Patel? He's the FBI guy.
So this one is him going back and forth.
He's the guy that went on Joe Rogan.
He killed himself.
What did you think before you got in office? Did you think that Epstein was murdered?
No.
When you're in that kind of confinement, we call it solitary confinement, you're not supposed to have these things that you are able to hang yourself with. That's the whole point of the strict rules in there. You're not supposed to have 6 feet of cloth that you can dangle from the ceiling so you can hang yourself. This is prison 101. Yeah. So I agree with you. This doesn't look right. It doesn't look like a suicide.
What I was told, what I'd read, was that the guards were not paying attention or were sleeping.
Well,
right?
Yeah, and in short order, you'll see it.
Is that correct?
Well, it's hard to surmise that from a video, right? Where they like.
Do you know what happened to these guards? Supposedly they were going to get charged, but I've never heard anything that happened to these prison guards. Maybe we should try to find them and let's talk to them.
Do guards doze off on the night shift? Yeah. But no one can get in to the cell. And if they had gotten into the cell, you would see it.
But we were told that the cameras were down.
Well, I don't know who said that.
But that was in the news.
In these units, there's supposed to be 24/7 guard duty on him directly. And from what I was able to learn in this, in the lead up to his suicide, is the guard fell asleep. Now, I don't really buy that.
Are you familiar with Mr. Stu Peters?
Not off the top of my head.
He made 8 separate appearances on his podcast.
Oh, we've had Stu Peters on.
Who is that?
Little racist conservative.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if that's who it is. Yeah, if I'm not, then I'm sorry, dog. But but I think I've had him on, and he's he's intense.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean.
It's weird to end it right there on that, but.
What? We're not.
No, him.
Oh,
him?
Him
on that clip.
Oh yeah.
Like not even explain who he was.
Why do you? Okay, so why do you think he's backing down on everything he said? Do you think he's bought out? Do you think he knows something? Do you think they were waiting to win the election? Because according before Donald Trump won, during the election, he said, "If I win, I'm releasing the files."
Yeah, kind of.
Whoop-de-whoop. No. That's what they all ran on. They all ran on when I get there, I'm draining the swamp and I'm releasing the files.
He said JFK files.
JFK files too.
Yeah.
They didn't
JFK,
fully release those.
MLK, and then on Epstein, he was like, "Yeah, sure." Maybe. I think there's too many power people.
I think he's on the list. Let's be for real. I think he's kind of on the list.
I think it's still being blackmailed probably. Then he's probably just like, I'm saying that there's no list. Everyone in the world knows that there's a list. So
we all know there's a list.
Owe me. You know what I mean? Everyone owes him.
I mean, can you play that video of him gaslighting? Like I'm one of those guys that when girls used to tell me you gaslight me, I'm like, what is that? What is that? He used to tell me, what the f- does that mean? This is the definition of gaslighting.
You can't deny this.
Yeah. This feels wild, dude.
Presenting Home Chef Oven Ready Meals. They're as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Don't forget, we
Step
also
1.
are brought to you by
Combine the pre-chopped, pre-portioned ingredients.
Your memo and release yesterday with Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney, Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did, and also could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape?
Yeah, sure. If I
could I just interrupt for a second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talking about it for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I said, I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released a video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every year, every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing the minute is missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
Wait, if you were detained at any San Bernardino juvenile detention facility, such as...
Bro, you know what a liability that is? For the Joe to be missing 1 minute every night?
Yeah,
that's
scary.
crazy.
Why wouldn't they update their system if they have such high risk people inside, like, prisoners?
Facts.
That's crazy. You would think that they would update it, especially.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Are you still talking about Jeff? Dude, that sounds like me.
It is
that
funny.
Sounds like me after I get cheated. After I get caught cheating, I'm like, really? You're still gonna bring that up? You're still gonna bring up the time I was boning your best friend? Really? Come on, get over it. Like get over it. It happened like 3 years ago. Like, who cares? Like, dude, that's how I sound. That's how I sounded to my ex-girlfriend, I bet you.
Probably.
Gaslighting ass fool.
But what's weird is, like, you know how Kash Patel was on Rogan, and then Elon tweeted that thing about about
Trump being on yeah.
Do you think he did it on purpose because he
because he knows
that Kash Patel was on Rogan? So then it would be like, do you know what I mean? Like, as like, okay, explain it because I just tweeted this. What if he like tweeted it, text Jamie, and was like, bring this up because he's there and he knows that they're gonna lie about it in the future?
You think? I mean, Elon is that smart. I was about to say, you think he's that smart? He's the richest man in the world.
Kash Patel is on Rogan. Elon tweets that while Kash Patel is doing Rogan, and and then all of a sudden, do you know what I mean? Like, he's like, hey, like, they're not gonna put out this list because Trump's on it, because he knew they weren't gonna put it out. He had the black eye, and they lied about that. Isn't that, like, do you think, or no?
I mean, it could happen.
I know.
But I do. I mean, obviously, this is what I'm mad about. No, not mad about Elon, because like I act like I'm his friend and shit. But like the part is, if you know that people are pedos, you should be up front and be honest about it. Like, hey, I saw those videos.
Who is he doing the pedo? Like, what?
He just called Trump. He must have seen. He must know. The thing is, he knows something, and he's not being fully honest about it.
Yeah.
Because he's sitting there playing. I'm like, oh, I know something, but I don't. Like, give me back that deal. Give me back that bill. I think Elon knows something.
Yeah. I don't.
And that's what I think. He's being a coward.
He's
being a coward. He's trying to find a way back into the game, back into the.
He's not like a great. He's Elon, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he has like an evil side to him too. So
they all have evil sides to them.
Yeah, and they're all.
I don't think you think he was on the island?
Elon, no.
Why not?
I don't know. To be honest, Did you see Tucker's take on it?
Oh, dude, this is the best take.
Good.
This is the best take, and I honestly do. It was Tucker, and who's the other guy?
I don't know. I've been listening to him a lot. He has that podcast.
I love their podcast, Breaking Point. She's cute.
I never listened to it before.
She's cute.
Oh yeah.
The older. She's a señora, and I'm not even trying to be like. She's beautiful. Like when she's there, she's not being thotty. She's just a classy lady.
She just looks beautiful.
Yeah, go check out her. Their podcast is called
Breaking Points.
Breaking Points, and the reason I like it is because she's on the left side and he's on the right.
Yeah.
And they fight each other, and they always end up in the middle where she's like, all right, I see your point. And he's like, I see your point. And they end up still being homies, not yelling. It's pretty nice.
All right, let's see.
Sauger. That's
You're saying that Pam Bondi said on camera, we have a client list.
On the White House lawn.
I've seen the client list.
Yes.
And then yesterday she's saying there's no client list.
There's no client list. And there was no systematic blackmail. That actually might be the most preposterous line in the document.
The whole thing that this tape shows he didn't kill himself is like a joke. But worse than that, it's a joke that we all get. Like, they're not fooling anybody. So I feel like we're at a dangerous point now.
Yeah, I agree, because the lie is more indicative. The lie at this point is not even part of trying to convince any of this is true.
Yes.
The lie is a signal to everybody else involved in the scheme that to the ultimate ends, the United States government will go to protect all of you.
Yes.
And that's the question. For
Man,
what
is that smart.
purpose?
Can you say that again? Okay,
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's a signal.
The lie is not for you and me. The lie is for those implicated to say, no matter what, we will protect you. And then we have to start asking the question, why? As in, what is the purpose?
Dang, that's scary.
Yep. This was to tell everybody else, all the people on that list, and all the elites, keep doing your thing.
It's scary because it's left and right that are both on the same side. Like, what the hell?
Because the left and the right have both people on that plane.
So like Biden hit it and wouldn't put it out, and now Trump. So it doesn't matter if you're Republican.
Obama.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton. They've all of them. A lot of people have been on.
Scary.
A lot of people have been on that plane where they're just like, you know what? Let's just call it even.
And he's supposed to be dead. So like, you know what I mean? Like, who are they really protecting then? Do you want to do that?
You want to play conspiracy? You want to play conspiracy God? That's conspiracy God, dog. Conspiracy daddy. Yeah, I never call anybody daddy, but that's definitely conspiracy daddy. This was dude. He took it too serious.
I don't know about the crying part. Or
that's what I'm saying. But if you are conspiracy daddy, if you are conspiracy God, you would cry on a day like today. I told you, it's conspiracy Christmas.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. We're like play it.
Okay.
Alex Jones.
So now, by coming in and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it. I mean, it's just you cannot see it any other way. So I just got to the office. I'm gonna go throw up, actually, and this only happens every few years when something really bad happens or something. I mean, I'm physically gonna puke probably right now. My mouth is watering right now because I have integrity. I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country. They're doing so much good. And then for them to do something like this, terrorists like this up. And
that's hilarious.
Hey, Chili. You've seen guys try to cry like that for you, right? Where it's not really crying and they're like,
nothing's coming out.
Just like they're just like, I want to cry. I don't know how. It's been a while since it's happened, but I really want you, and I cheated, and I didn't mean to cheat, and then yeah, because I've been there where I got to shed a tear because I cheated and I got caught, but
You just cover your eyes.
Yeah, that girl, my ex is way hotter than the girl I cheated on her with, so I can't.
Jesus.
What? That's happened before.
I like how this is all relating just to you cheating.
Because that's how they feel. They're trying to lie. They're trying to cover up. They don't know how. They're not doing it right. Someone's crying.
That's so funny. Do you think that
someone's lying? Someone's saying, "You still talking about that?"
I don't know much about this stuff, right? You know more than me, but like if we're at like World War III and all this stuff, do you think that there's like leaders on that list? And so he's like, oh, don't do or don't attack or something, and I'll get rid of the list.
If Bill Clinton,
right,
is a leader of the free world, Trump, leader of the free world, is on it. You don't think presidents of like Mexico, El Salvador, presidents of
isn't he an
Iran?
Asset or something? Isn't he like an asset? I don't remember for who.
He's an undercover for Mossad.
Oh, okay.
Which is the FBI of the Israeli, basically, of Israel. So yeah, he has all the black. Why do you think we do whatever the says that we should do? Because they have blackmail on everybody. Isn't that simple?
Do you think Trump's doing a favor for them?
Oh, Trump. I mean, dude, I didn't think they had something on him, but I think they got something on Trump.
I don't think they got something. I think he's
they got something on Trump.
Doing well, maybe
they got something. I don't know what something. I'm not saying he's out there dealing with little kids. I don't know what.
I don't think he's doing.
No, that's what I don't think so. But they have something on him, or they have something on a family member.
Something.
Or
I think he's just doing favors, just like a businessman.
Also, yeah.
When you get, he wants land. He could just be like.
When you're given like $100 million, you kind of have to do what they say.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like the stuff with Candace.
Oh, Candace.
About how Trump called her. Did you want me to? I have her talking about it, but
I mean, for everybody who doesn't know, so Candace goes deep. She has a complete series on Bridget Macron. For everybody who doesn't know who Bridget Macron is, she is the wife of the Prime Minister of France, but she is not the wife. She is the husband of the Prime Minister of France, and she could be that fool's stat.
Yeah.
It gets crazy. Like, it gets crazy, and you're like, Cap City, there's no way.
More pedo.
Yeah, there's no way that the wife of the Prime Minister of France is a vato. Okay, well, guess what? Candace has been going deep down the rabbit hole. Go check it out. And then you go deep down the rabbit hole, you're like, nah. And then you see it, and you're like, maybe. And then whoop-de-whoop. And then you're like, I don't know the person. Who the whatever, Candace. But when Donald Trump calls you and tells you, hey, stop saying she's a vato, is when shit starts getting a little weird. Like, what up? Is she a vato? Why does the president of the free world care so much that me, a podcaster, should stop saying that she is a vato?
Yeah.
What's crazy, though, is the prime minister, which is her husband, said it's because it's getting to her. She is old, though. And if she is.
But she said, Trump said that it'll, for the war.
Play it. Let me see. Candace Owens right here.
Something happened all the way back in February, and I was sworn to secrecy temporarily, and I feel that today is the correct day to inform audiences because it may have some severe global implications. So here is what happened, all right? I received a very strange message from a friend of mine. I'm not going to identify that friend, but the message specifically read, hey, I have something to tell you from the White House. They asked me to call you. I'm just the messenger here. And he says somebody very high up at the White House has asked me to ask you if, as a favor, you could stop speaking about Brigitte Macron.
Bato.
What? Excuse me? To be clear, we had, ironically, as a podcast, we had just ended our Brigitte Macron series 4 days earlier on February 20th. That's when we released the last episode, which was the epilogue. So I'm going, that doesn't make sense. Why am I getting this phone call now? And obviously, I asked for a little more information. I say, who specifically called you? And that friend of mine says, it's somebody that has the president's ear. This is somebody important. And I tell my friend, go back to that person and just say I said no. It's free speech. This is obviously an important story to me. The implications here are pretty severe about what I've uncovered. So, no deal. When I checked online, I realized that Emmanuel Macron is in Washington, D.C., February 24th. He is in Washington, D.C., and he had departed the White House just hours before I received the call. when I call that person back, they tell me something that is even stranger. Emmanuel Macron is holding up negotiations to end the Russian and Ukrainian war. Unless you stop speaking about his wife. I'm just going, what? So I say, we ended the conversation. I say, I'm going to sleep on this. It's a lot to process. I remember I get into bed and I just turn to my husband and I say, no one will ever believe us. It matters. Like this actually, the truth just matters at the end of the day. But also, like, if I could end the Ukrainian and Russian war, and by just stopping this conversation, I would do it. Anyways, I sleep on that. Anger is subsiding. Wake up the next morning. It's February 26th, and I am sitting in the makeup chair, and I get another message that's like, "Hey, keep your phone on." And anyways, this phone call is coming from Florida. I pick up the phone, and lo and behold, so here's what happened. I'm negotiating this thing. I'm negotiating Ukraine and Russia. You wouldn't believe how many parts are part. It is President Donald J. Trump. He is calling me, and in true President Trump fashion, he jumps right into the narrative. We're not, hey, how you doing? He just jumps right into the narrative of exactly how this went down. I am literally, it is hard to catch my breath to comprehend that 4 days ago, I'm ending a series about Brigitte Macron, and now I'm speaking to the President of the United States, and the topic of conversation, no matter which way you want to slice it, it's about Macron's wife's penis. I mean, there's no other way to say it, right? Anyways, I have Macron, I like Macron, we're speaking at the White House, and I'm walking him to his car, and, he says to me, Mr. President, can I speak to you for a second? I say, of course you can speak to me about anything. What's going on? And Macron wants to have a little sidebar. And then Macron says to him, Mr. President, do you know Candace Owens? And I say, yes, of course I know Candace Owens. What's going on? And then he continues his narrative and he tells me that Emmanuel Macron is requesting to his face that I stop speaking about his wife. And one of the things Trump said is he tells me, she's old and this is really, really impacting her. And then he said, I saw her, Candace, I saw her up close and she looks like a woman to me. Just like a woman to me. I had dinner with her at the top of the Eiffel Tower. And I explained to him that she has had this amazing doctor who specializes in transgenderism surgeries or feminization procedures. I'm talking to the President of the United States about this, guys. This is crazy. This is wacky. And I said to Trump, and I will be honest, that at that moment, I realized that one day this is going to go into my autobiography, and so I got to say something funny. And I said to him, respectfully, Mr. President, it's not my fault that he married someone with a penis. He then tells me, we're really close to getting this thing done. And he throws in the art of the deal type stuff. He starts complimenting me. He says, Melania loves you. She says, you're so beautiful. She says, you're so beautiful. I said, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Compliments will get you everywhere in life is my mentality here.
Dude, that's crazy to get the call from Trump.
That gives me chills.
No. And to get a call, that's like me getting, no. That's like E-Zone getting a call from Trump telling E-Zone, hey, you got to stop bullying XG. Like, if you don't stop bullying XG, we're going to start war.
Could you imagine?
Bullying, because this is what she's literally saying, stop bullying Brigitte Macron. This is bullying. Like, at the end of the day, if she's a female, she's bullying.
Yeah.
Even if, no matter what it is, if she's a vato or a female.
The way you relate all this war stuff to your life, you're like, this is like me when I cheated.
Yeah.
And then now you're like, this whole war thing is just like E-Zone.
Don't. Trump calling Candace about bullying Bridget is just like I said. It's like Trump calling E-Zone, telling E-Zone, you got to stop bullying XG. Like, we really love him. He did good on tinfoil hat. He won the election for us. And E-Zone's like, bro,
Except you're not a creep. You know what I mean?
But no, it's not even about the whole being creep. It's just so crazy.
She's telling the truth.
Huh?
It's not bullying. She's telling the truth.
It's still bullying. Even it's still bullying, though. At the end of the day, it's still bullying. Even if it's the truth, you have other you can talk about.
Yeah.
Still a little bit of bullying. So
what's crazy is like she does have other stuff to talk about, but like she picked that. So
exactly.
It's like a fact.
And that's what I'm saying. It's kind of her thing. And I'm not gonna lie, Candace, if you can stop the war and you just gotta stop talking about this vato.
She stopped. Did you hear? She stopped for a while. She talked to Tucker Carlson, got his advice, and then she stopped for a little bit. And then when nothing happened, then she's like, well, no, I'm going to talk. Or maybe when he pissed her off. No, she's like, I'm going to say everything. She should have recorded the call. Oh, you can't, huh? It's illegal.
I mean, why? Is it illegal?
I don't, well,
I think it might be on the state, but at the end of the day, I don't think you can record any call, at least for yourself.
I don't know.
I mean, every time Ezone calls me, I record it.
No, you don't. It doesn't record. That's hilarious. Screenshot all the texts.
Screenshot all the texts. Well, I have receipts. Ezone, be nice.
That's funny.
You might have killed one of our crew members.
I was like wondering because it's kind of weird that Epstein is like innocent and then so is Diddy. Like, what are the chances in the same week?
It's conspiracy Christmas. Whoop-de-whoop.
Candace talked about that, and she said, like, she didn't cover the Diddy trial. I thought it was because she was friends with Kanye, and, like, she didn't want to, like, cross that line. But she said that there was no point, that she already knew he was going to be innocent because it was just for show.
He was gonna get OJ.
I didn't think so.
I thought so. I had told you he's gonna get OJ, dude. It was
all on video of him beating up the girl.
Yeah, but that's not life. My argument was, is he getting life? I mean, yes. A little sex. I mean, not even a little sex trafficking, but like, he didn't get caught. He didn't get charged on the racketeering. He didn't get charged on. We eventually thought he was gonna get charged on like some Bieber.
No, yeah.
Little kid. Eventually I was like, oh, Bieber's gonna have to testify. And at one point I was like, oh no, this is literally, he's just gonna get in trouble for hitting Cassie and for making her have sex, which is horrible. But it's not for life.
Illegal. It's not illegal to be a freak.
Yeah, it's not illegal to be. Yeah, and it's not illegal.
Except he's drugging them and doing all this stuff. But this is what I was wondering. So like, you know how there was that one juror that like they were like, he's not. They complained about or whatever, and then they said like he's not listening to directions. Or instructions? Do you think he didn't want to put him innocent? Do you remember that? Do you remember like when the jury went out? And then they came back like 50 minutes later or something like that. Or no. They went out. They put a note to the judge, and it said like this one juror, like juror number 25 or something, didn't want to follow instructions. And then they looked into it and they're like, well, maybe like they're sick. They're not all mentally there. Like everyone was trying to figure it out, and they thought they wanted that one guilty. Like that one wanted guilty. Everyone else wanted innocent. But do you think that because like there's no reason why he should be this innocent? Do you think like he just wasn't following those instructions? And then the judge was like, well, follow the instructions. I don't know. You didn't.
I mean, because I told you, I'm like Candace. I didn't really give a because to me, he's going to get off.
I thought that was weird. And I was like, oh, maybe that one juror just.
The crazy Epstein getting off. Them telling us Epstein didn't kill no one. I mean, Epstein didn't kill himself.
He's supposed to be like an Epstein, technically. I mean, he has all those videos.
No, I mean, it's all adults. It's all adults. It's all rappers. I mean, other than Bieber, what kids?
Did you hear those videos? I don't know if those videos are real, like Bad Bunny getting like butt fucked.
No, those are all
like
fucking. That's all. I mean, then
who
knows? But it's not fake. I mean, if they are real, they're not illegal. Bad Bunny's an adult, and what if they catch you? If you're in those videos more than once, guess what? It sounds like you went to go have fun.
Like they sold their soul to the devil.
Yeah, if you're in the videos more than once, to me, is you went there to have fun. The first time you might have got honey dicked into going the first time, but when you're there the second time, you're like, oh, you like this shit.
Why it was hard because Cassie like chose to go, and then the other juror, that Jane girl, it was like, or there was like one that was his girlfriend recently, and you could tell that like I guess like she was still in love with him. So I think that. But that's crazy, no?
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I don't know. Conspiracy Christmas, guys.
But how? 2 in 1 week?
Yeah, dude, I forgot to leave the cookies in the milk.
Yeah, and then it has
Santa came and left all the gifts for us and left with no milk. He's all hungry now. Yeah. We didn't know Christmas was going to come in July 9th. Merry Christmas, guys.
July 4th.
No, July 9th.
Of today, but I mean, like everything happened.
Oh.
I mean, 4th of July.
What a coincidence on a holiday when we're all busy blowing our hands off. Yeah, I saw so many videos, bro. I felt so bad. To this day, I'm like, how do you still light up a firework? Like, how are you a regular human being and you've seen videos, hundreds, rappers, famous people get their hands blown off, and you're like, it's not gonna happen to me. It might happen to you, and I'm gonna laugh. I literally watched Ezone light up a firework, and I was like, I hope not, but my fingers are crossed.
Are we still doing the news for this?
What is there
for
more
the
news?
Fireworks?
No.
I have firework explosions, but I don't know if that's news.
No, end it. That's not.
All right, let's
files.
wait
We'll
for
see you
that.
guys in a bit. back to regular programming, and like always, this show is brought to you by Rap Bastard. Available at rapbastard.com and at Amazon. Blood orange, wild watermelon. I've been loving it this 4th of July at the lake. At the Paris Lake? Is that what I was at? Ghetto. Paris Lake. I was jet skiing.
Paris.
I was in a boat. I was having a great time. Shout out to Rap Bastard. I saw a lot of people light up fireworks. Man, the balls on these people. The balls on these people to light up fireworks. And talking about Rap Bastard. Oh, man, dude, I'm going to lose the sponsorship, man. God damn it, X. What is wrong with you, dude? Oakley, I'm sorry. Don't forget, this show is brought to you by Oakley as well. #1 sponsor, because they're the #1 sunglasses, Oakley and Rap Bastard. But back to Rap Bastard this weekend. A lot of people lost their hands. And there's this rapper called, what is his name?
4 Extra.
4 Extra was crazy, dude. Everybody was sending me this clip, and I feel bad. Because when anybody loses a limb, you got to feel bad.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's terrifying.
But at the same time, karma's because this fool was also out there talking shit, saying, I'm going to get the ops. The ops going to get it. And it got crazy.
Yeah.
And he ended up losing his hand.
Yep. I have the video of him talking before. Let me see.
Dude, look at that. Like, just from this clip from right here, look. 4 Extra blew his hand up after showing off his plans for the 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
Hear this.
Dead homies, nigga. 4 of them blow a nigga up. One of you blowed up today, nigga. Fuck wrong with a nigga off the back. I'm blowing a nigga up. Stop playing CDs, nigga. I'm throwing them in your house. I'm throwing them at you, nigga. Burn that with a nigga off the back. I'm blowing your ass up. I'm blowing somebody up today off the back.
That's nuts. Look at that.
Okay, take it off, Chili.
YouTube,
we don't want to get demonetized, but damn, that is raunchy.
No, I have a video of it happening. Want to see?
Yeah, I actually do want. There's a.
And when you bring my name up, never get off the
Too soon, Chili. Too soon. I actually was excited to see him blow his hand up.
I don't know.
Oh, whoa.
I thought it was it too, and I was like, what? And then it's AI.
Oh.
That's nuts.
Okay, Chili. Karma? Not karma. Never deserved. That sucks. Don't light fireworks. When you watch
fireworks terrify me.
Huh?
Fireworks terrify
Really?
me.
Like, I'm with you. I don't know how anybody hands their kids a firework.
No.
Like, other than maybe the sparklers, maybe. Yeah. Maybe if my daughter's like, Dad, can I get a sparkler? Yeah. No. But that lighting stuff up, I'm back with my old school dad. We're like, why?
Yeah.
Let them light it up. That's the most dangerous part is the lighting it up.
Know what? When I was a kid, my dad took us to like this spot in Colton, and it's like a little cul-de-sac, and then next to it is all brush. And one time, I stayed in the truck, and him and my sister were lighting fireworks, and it caught it on fire. And my dad was like, run. And they started running to the truck. And I was like, wait, we can't. Like, it's going to burn all these houses down. So he went and put it out. But I was like, after that, I'm done. Like, that's terrifying.
Oh.
Like, he's an adult. Like, how is he, like, run? He would have went to jail for arson or something. You know what I mean? That's just so scary.
Well, first run because you're his kids. Like, yes, arson is a possibility. But, at the end of the day, run. Here's the fire.
Yeah.
Nah, I got to give it, like I said. I got
running away from the crime, not run for your safety. No, that's terrifying. Fireworks scare the shit.
Nah, they're horrible.
Yeah. I have Adam 22 talking about it, though, explaining what happens. And I do think it's karma, if you want to see.
Let me see when this.
Adam reveals that 4 Extra is partially blind after firework injury.
That being said, 4 Extra. Missing a hand. Apparently still does not have his vision completely back. I do believe a large percentage of it is back. And that he's not going to be living his life as a blind man, which is, to be honest with you, we find out that he blew his hand off. 40 minutes later, they're telling me he's blind. I spent many hours thinking that he was blind and missing a hand before I was finally assured that, to some extent, his vision is coming back.
So, is the blindness caused by the explosion, or is that more like a trauma reaction than a blindness?
No, it was the explosion. From what I heard, he was actually in the car and he was lighting the firework, about to throw it out the window, and his homie was driving, and that's why his homie, I think, may have lost an ear, this part of his face, and an eye.
Hopefully our favorite Crip has a speedy recovery.
That's nuts. His friend got it worse.
And no one give friend, obviously, because I had to listen to my own podcast to find out that
Isn't that crazy?
That sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, bro, why are you lighting a firework in a car?
To throw it at people, they said.
Then there goes your hand, homie.
Isn't that crazy?
Four fingers should be your new name.
I found like some.
I'm not the first one to say that.
I found some firework explosion things.
Bro, that's just like
Well, this one doesn't show the actual like explosion, but it shows the
another hand missing, dude.
Yeah, watch.
I got it!
Don't take his hoodie off! Holy fuck! Hey yo, bitch, you know
I saw this one. I don't know if you saw this one, and I should have sent you. I didn't know we had a blow your half off segment on this new show.
What else are we gonna do?
Yeah, right. No, there was this one. I swear, if I find it, I'm gonna clip it on here. I'll try to find it, clip it right here.
Right now.
I'll go try. I don't know where I saw it, but there was this guy that blew his hand off. I swear to God, he grabbed this beer and poured beer on top of it. Facts, bro. His name was Chili. No, but for real, like this guy blew his hand off and he had a tall can and he kind of didn't know, but like you said, you're in shock.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do,
It
so
burns.
he pours the beer on top of it, and his homies kind of don't believe it, and they're like, wait. It looked kind of fake, because I mean, who pours beer on top of their hand? But you, like I said, you don't know how to act.
Was he Mexican?
No.
That's terrifying.
Like Danny Bag G or whatever that one was insane.
Do you want to show that one? Well, I have this one.
Oh,
where
I don't
this
even
guy's
wanna
butt
show
is
it.
On fire. I'll show the fire. This is like. Why do I keep this on? I know I'm helping.
What's wrong? My ex had to take his drawers off. That's how I'm gonna do that. Oh shit. The first thing I said, never win.
What do you do?
You change your.
I don't know why he didn't just sit down. Could have just sat down, would have went out. But I don't think he knew since it was behind
You
him.
think he did? I mean, you told me like you thought that he didn't want to take his pants off because he was embarrassed for everybody to see his
Well,
dick.
no one wants to see. Yeah, I mean, you have to take off everything. But if you sat down,
Your balls are in danger. Your dick is in danger.
So
You take
sit.
that.
Get it now.
I take it off.
I didn't understand.
Bro, the consequences of someone seeing your little dick and you having no dick.
Yeah.
Like, because he's scared, because I'm assuming he's like, oh, I don't want no one to see my, like, I mean, maybe it's not small, but at that moment in time, like, it's not what you want
There's
people to
also
see.
little kids running around.
Yeah, and the little kids running around, but your dick is in danger.
Yeah. You want to see this other
Yeah.
crazy one?
What up? Oh,
I mean,
did that one?
actually, I got to put this on because it's going to be quick.
You can play it, but yeah, be careful, because this shit gets
Oh.
raunchy. You seen? That's how bad that is.
All right. We'll do it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's not. He's crying. He knows it. You know. You know you messed up. You know you messed up.
Poor guy. Actually,
It's so sad,
that's
dude.
terrifying. What do you do? Like, I don't get how these people don't pass out like in shock. Like, if you don't have a hand and you just see like spaghetti.
You can't. Your body does not want to pass out. Your life is in danger. You got to figure out how to still survive. True. Even though your hand's blown off, you're not dead, and your body knows you're not fully
You're not
dead.
a soldier. You're not used to seeing that.
What are you gonna do? Pass out?
Yeah, I would pass
No, and then you
out.
get die more.
Dude,
If
I
this
would
is
be
real,
terrified. I get scared of losing a finger. And I'm always just like, do I have them sometimes? Because, like, if I, like, on the safe, like, at work, we have a safe or, like, the cooler and stuff. I'm always just, like, and I, like, hurt myself. I always have to check, like, I still have my finger. I don't know. Your sister didn't pass out. That would terrify me.
because I mean, you can't. You gotta move. You gotta go to the hospital. You gotta get that figured out. Like that's what I'm telling you. It sounds like it's one of those things where like you think you'd pass out, but no, you gotta. Dude, and the crazy part is the second it blows up, you regret it so bad, and it hurts, and you're like, oh my god, my life just changed. Like I will never be the same. I don't have a hand. Like I don't have a hand. What am I gonna do now? Most likely whatever you did, you can't do anymore. You can't hold your wife's hand anymore. She don't want to hold it ill. What? It's true. It's true. It's true, dude. I could see some girl leaving you because you're limpy hand over there.
It just grosses her out.
It definitely grosses her out. No, you can't wear a glove, dude. You look like the guy from what's that movie?
It'd be cool to have a
You look like the guy from Scary Movie.
I would want a robot hand. Anyways.
I don't know, dude. That's pretty wild. And you know who's lucky? Lefty Gunplay. He could have ended up with no hand,
That's
with
nuts
no
how
life.
so much stuff happened in one weekend.
Dude, that's we live in a video game. I honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think we live in a video game.
So he crashed over the weekend, I think. But do you recognize? I don't know if you'll have the video of it. I'll show it right now. But do you recognize this freeway? It's like in Anaheim, I think, right?
I think it was on a sick one.
Want to see it? Look.
Lefty Gunplay's Corvette after his accident.
Even gangsters get scared. Even gangsters get scared.
Let it go. Lucky Gunplay. Lucky Gunplay. No more Lefty Gunplay. It's Lucky Gunplay. Cause he
was already posting like the next day. And
you think he was on a sick one?
Yeah, of course. He's been on a sick one lately. Haven't you seen?
How's he not catching case?
He was like asking a girl for money for gas or something.
Oh yeah, and then I heard he was there messing around with
Chris. I don't know how to say her name.
Yeah.
Christian.
Blueface.
Yeah, I don't know.
Blueface baby mama.
Christian.
Krishan? That's my new girl. She just stayed with her. I left the party with another girl. I left my phone in the car. I got no phone. Give me my Maybach. I'm going to the club because one bitch jumped in the fish car.
Can you give me a second? Thank you.
I keep trying to question. Oh God. I don't even know. Like, I don't even think she's probably need to use a phone.
You said Krishan's your new girl?
That was the bitch I was talking to.
So what is it that you need? But what is it you need from me? My phone?
Yeah, I probably need to get her somebody else because I need to get the phone.
You need money for gas? I mean, I got enough to probably get you to the gas station. I got like $3-4.
I got $2 in my car to get to the gas station. I need like a 20 girl. I'm like 200, 300 going to my 600.
Well, I don't think I got that much, but let me see how much I got.
Well, God bless you.
Christian Rock or Christian Rock or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's his
I mean,
girl.
Lefty Gunplay. You gotta be lucky on that one.
That's nuts.
But those are those people. Like, I mean, and like I'm gonna sound like a hater, but I guarantee you, God forbid he dies, because I mean, I don't want anyone to die. God forbid he dies. He's that rapper where all of a sudden I was like, oh, he was gonna be. I was the biggest Lefty Gunplay rapper. I was the biggest Lefty Gunplay artist fan, and all of a sudden his music was great, and
everyone hypes him up.
Everyone hypes him up.
Yeah.
He's that artist where he's looking for it.
Do you ever get scared on 4th of July because you have like bad memories because of your DUI?
Yeah, I try to chill on 4th of July. I'm not even gonna lie. I
You're,
learned
like,
my
extra
lesson.
careful?
No, I learned my lesson, bro. They're hot. 4th of July cops are hot.
Yeah.
They don't give a. They're already pissed they're working.
I know.
I figured out they're already pissed they're working. On days that they're pissed that they're working, they're gonna throw the book at you because they're like, well, I might as well. If I had to come in and work at DUIs, might as well give people DUIs.
That's why I went to Arizona.
Oh, you act like cops are great over there, too.
No, but there wasn't like everyone lighting fireworks everywhere. Like it was
I thought
just, it was
fireworks
nice
were
and
legal over there.
peaceful. I don't know. It was nice though.
Dude, fireworks were... Dude, everyone... Dude, do you really think they're going to find everybody?
It's like lit up. And I was like, I don't feel like dealing with that. I'm not going to get no parking, no nothing.
You really think they're going to find everybody?
Did you see the drone thing? Like, that's nuts.
But do you know how much money that would be? Do you know how many fireworks got lit?
Do you know how much
It's
they'll
crazy.
make back in the tickets? You just send a ticket to the house, no?
Supposedly, what if you're renting? They're like, oh, it's the landlord's problem. What if you're like, I've been talking about this. What if you live in an apartment?
Well, why would you be lighting fireworks in an apartment?
On the outside of the apartment, on the street of the
but they're probably
apartment.
doing houses then.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, I'm wondering who they're gonna try to catch a case in, and then what? What if you rent the house out? Well, I rent the house out.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Yeah, you could. But they're gonna say it's your property, your problem.
It's just like a parking ticket, probably.
No, it's it's like $3,000.
It could not be your car. You know, someone could be driving your car and park in a stupid spot. That owner still gets a ticket. See?
Horrible.
Dang it, I keep doing that. Well, you should be happy. All right. You want to do... Okay, so this one I don't know what it is. It's Jeremy Corbell. I mean, obviously you know who he is.
Jeremy Corbell, yeah, it's a UFO guy.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, this was
it's because I'll let you play it, but when shit goes on like TMZ is when I'm like...
yeah, that's why. But it's weird
it's the narrative. They're throwing this at us. Play it, though.
I've seen it in a few things, but this is the only clip I could find.
No, because I've been so busy, so I honestly, I still want to hear what the supposedly is going on.
Well, check this video out, everybody. I mean, this is, again, over Asia. And
I think this is Afghanistan and near the Pakistan border. Is that correct, Jeremy?
That's correct. It looks like there's a heat shield on this thing. What is this? It was described by our own intelligence agencies who've been investigating UAP that this was a UAP navigating through the clouds. This is not a flare. This is not a lens artifact. This is an object that has no traditional propulsion, but it appears to me in the definition by our own military to be a UAP or a UFO. Now, just to be very clear in the footage you're seeing, people have said, oh, we AI enhanced it. No. Hold up. I provided to the public the 3 core videos directly by our Department of Defense, directly by the intelligence agencies studying this. Now, the white ring around it, I don't know if that's an artifact of the thermal signature, the heat signature, or if that's an artifact of the enhancement that our military intelligence did on the footage. What do we have that flies like that, Harvey? What do we have? We've been told about UFOs for so long. But Jeremy, it looks like, I'm thinking back to the Mercury days and the Apollo days. It looks like a space capsule coming down.
The bottom of the capsule.
Right. That would be so cool. Our intelligence agencies still call this UAP since 2020. They do not have resolve on it. They don't believe it to be ours, and they don't believe it to be a known craft of terrestrial nation, or they would have labeled it some, experimental Russian ship. They didn't. They labeled it UAP, and remember, UAP is directly tied to NHI, non-human intelligence.
So what do you think?
Conspiracy Christmas. Conspiracy Christmas, crazy, dude. Right? More that like I never thought the government would tell us.
Oh, they're supposed to. Why that one's coming up all of a sudden?
Because it's the military.
Yeah.
All that stuff is military. Everything that's supposed to be a UFO is military. I don't really think it's. I don't really think we could see it. If they're that advanced, I don't think they're gonna let us see them. If that makes any sense.
I know. Well, we should do a deep dive on that.
Dude, I mean, there's a bunch of aliens. Aliens, dude, there's a lot of aliens. Just go to downtown. Never mind, they're not there right now. They're not there right now. They're in the hiding. They went back to their planet.
Or they're podcasting.
Well, who's this fool with all the girlfriends? I want.
Okay, so I found this randomly. I don't know, but it's a filter that makes it look like you have a girlfriend. But okay, hold on.
So this is like kind of good with like after a breakup.
I don't like to make your ex-girlfriend jealous.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That's not my boy.
Trying the fake girlfriend filter.
I'm with it.
I just picked you.
Trying the fake girlfriend filter.
The reason I don't believe it is that's way too good for her.
That's what I mean.
That's
like,
what stops me from believing it.
Guy and you use that filter, it's pretty believable.
Dude, find me that filter. I'm gonna send it to Jen.
That's what I mean. It would work. I don't know. Isn't that crazy?
I mean.
So you could just like put on a suit or something and then use that filter. It's just because these dudes don't look great.
Yeah, he needs a haircut. He needs a better hat. It's believable, but not when you're looking like that, dude.
Yeah.
Try harder, dude.
Try harder.
The other guy looks real. I mean, even like you said, even though like the part that kills it, it's because it's in a car, so it's physically impossible.
He's showing you that it's fake.
Yeah. But it looked pretty real. He looked like a guy that could maybe end up with 2 hot chicks eating food somewhere.
Yeah. You could totally make. Well, if a girl was like dumb enough or like older, she'd be like, "What the heck? He upgraded," and be all sad and heartbroken and. And then I have a tweaker.
Tweaker
for the day.
Full on rap bastard.
Yeah, this is a rap bastard.
It's a rap bastard guy right here. Let me check it out.
I might hit that shit.
I can see me through the window with the sound of a crescendo. Him in her apartment, the first thing I'm a carpenter. She was under the table, you could see she wasn't able. Then she ran into the bedroom, she was tucked down, it was her doom. And you looked up, are you walking? She's walking, with the sound of wind. And when you're okay, you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Ooh. His performance is an 8. His tweaker level is a 7.
I mean, what if that's Michael Jackson now? According to Hibbler, Michael Jackson's still alive.
How long do you think he's been on the streets?
This guy?
Yeah, you've seen tweakers for a cool minute. How
he
long?
looks old. He probably grew up with Michael.
But you think he's been tweaking for a while?
Yeah, for sure. That's nuts, huh? But his hair is really long. Usually, like, it looks pretty clean. And he has a belly.
Usually they're skinny?
Yeah, usually they're all
hardcore tweakers are skinny.
Yeah, and they walk all weird. He's dancing.
Dude, what I can't stand is when they have when their feet are all swollen.
Yeah.
And they're hard.
Yeah.
Why are they like that? What is that?
I don't know.
You never asked them? Ask them. Sure, let's interview one.
I don't want them talking to me. Then they think we're friends, and then they come visit me at work.
You know me. I'd be friends with all of them.
I was trying to be friends with a couple of them because I'm like, okay, if I need your help, at least you're just.
See, I'd try to be friends with like the real gangster ones, not like scary gangster, but like, hey, I'll let you kick it here if you make sure other homeless don't come here. What do you mean? I'm like, I'll buy you a snack.
Yeah, I was doing that, and then they're all just the drugs are too good.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Snickers ain't gonna compete with the heroin injection.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
I have one more. I don't know if you want to see this one. We'll try it out. But tell me if you would fall for this one, if you have to be super drunk to fall for it.
That's about I can already tell.
Right? I mean, obviously. But he didn't know.
Don't fucking lie to me.
You're lying, bro. Look, they missed. All of them.
I tell you to rewind it, but I don't want to see that ugly thing again.
You want me to rewind?
No. But it looks like a female E-zone.
Bro.
What? Look at that thing. It looks like a female E-zone. No, not that one. That's too pretty.
The other one.
The other one.
Yeah, but they're still both men.
Yeah, of course.
I gotta rewind it.
That's what I said. I don't want to watch E-zone again, but it should look like a female E-zone.
Maybe. I don't know. That's all I got. Those are today's clips.
Those are today's clips, guys.
Too crazy for the news.
Oh, dude, we went deep down the rabbit hole. Dude, that thing was gross to hands. All right, guys. Half the reason you guys are here, half the reason you guys are tuning to, and this is the Oakley giveaway. That's right, baby. We do Oakley's giveaways at every episode. We're doing one right now. All you got to do is leave a comment in the vlogs for the EDC episode. I'm doing one every 100, and you guys were weak this week, so I'm only going to do one. One glass a week, and I got to give it to my boy, Israel, okay, Wuzoo 4205. I don't know. Well, you guys are complicated with these, and I'm illiterate, so I tried. All right, guys. The comment was, #1 Chicano podcast in the world. You guys liked it 16 times. I'm not even Chicano, but It's the most liked comment, so let's run it. Whatever, guys. This is the #1 podcast in the world, brought to you by Univision, baby. Shout out to Univision. Shout out to Oakley's. And don't forget, if you want to sponsor us and help this podcast going, go to fullytoxic.com. We got beanies. We got hats. We got fully faded hoodies and koozies, flags, all the works. Help us, help me, help you. Again, I just want to say it again. Shout out to everybody at the EDC Vlogs. Hit that like button, subscribe. Shout out to Rob. And, of course, if you guys are going to want to help out Chili Millie, go to chilimillie.shop. All the artwork behind me is at her shop over there for under like $30, guys. And she still has a promo code. What's the promo code, Chili?
Chili20.
Chili20, guys. Go over there. Look, she got a little Hello Kitty, Stoner Simpson, Fairly Godparents, the whole works, some Be Real shit. I think you should have one up there, really expensive. We get that Be Real one signed. We can make it happen.
No, that's mine.
Come on, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you, guys. And
San Diego show.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Good looking out, Chili. Fuck. Thank you. This weekend, pretty much this weekend, this Friday, this Saturday, Sunday that's coming up, I will be in San Diego at the American Comedy Club. Me, Eddie Bravo, and Johnny Woodward. I have a guest list, guys. So if you're anywhere near San Diego, my guest list is empty right now pretty much because it's such a full weekend. So if you're out there and you're a fan and you can prove it to me, if you're We Don't Smoke the Same Patreon subscribers, you're in. You and your lady, a +1, so just hit me up. I don't want to say what's up. Pull up. Let's smoke a joint. You guys already know. We don't smoke the same, baby. Tinfoil hat. And thanks again. Like I said, leave a comment. Win these Oakleys.